Hi you guys, good morning. Pardon my voice, but I'm sick again. This preschooler of mine is like, he's getting me sick. I am about to go do something that I have not told you guys about. I'm actually sitting in my car right now. I'm like a little nervous. I am going to finally sit for my personal training certification exam. I've been wanting to be a certified personal trainer for a long time. Before I even got pregnant with Henry, completely went on the back burner after I had him. And I'm finally just like getting up the balls to take the test. So I'm sitting outside the testing center right now. It's a little shady of a place, but it says that it is not only a restaurant supply store, but also a testing center. Who knew? And I've studied really hard. I've wanted this for a really long time. And hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica, and if you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm excited to have you. I make workout videos that you can do at home with very little equipment, and I also just like to share my love of health and fitness with you. In this video, we're gonna talk about something big happened, and I'm so excited. I passed! Yay! I know I sound ridiculous, but I passed. Oh my gosh, I was so nervous taking it, and I thought like, oh my gosh, I think I'm probably gonna I couldn't tell. I honestly couldn't tell. But I passed. I'm so excited. I finally became a certified personal trainer. And in this video, we're going to talk about how I did it. So something that you guys might not know about me is that I actually started the journey to becoming a personal trainer back in 2014. The end of 2014 is when I started looking into what it would take to become a certified personal trainer. I got my certification through NASM, which is the National Academy for Sports Medicine. So I signed up for a 9-week course back at the end of 2014, finished it at the beginning of 2015, right around the time that I found out that I was going to be pregnant. And then I just never took my test. A lot of stuff happened. I was very overwhelmed with the idea of being a new mom, and I just, long story short, I put it on the back burner and kept putting it on the back burner. Well, finally, I felt like I had about a month ago, I would say, the beginning of September, I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna get my certification. I'm finally gonna go ahead and do it. I had to, because I waited so long, I had to repurchase everything, and then I could take my test whenever I wanted. So the first tip that I have for you guys, if you're interested in becoming a certified personal trainer, is do your research. Find the one that I know there's ACE, there's NASM, IFAA, I think is another one. Do your research, pick the one that works best for you. I really like NASM. They're known as the leader in certifications, personal training, group fitness. They do a lot of continuing education. So, and you can kind of branch out, do like group exercise certifications, nutrition certifications, special populations, like if you wanted to work with kids or with pregnant women. So do your research first off. My first tip, and this might seem a little counterintuitive, but is to book your exam date. Now, I decided to do mine a month out because I had already taken this course. I certainly needed a refresher. I don't know why. Okay, guys, we're in Florida. It's still like 95 degrees outside. My neighbor insists on mowing his lawn at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm sorry, that's the noise you hear. But set a date. So like I was saying, I needed to definitely to go through every chapter again and relearn it, but I didn't need, 6 months. Whereas before, I never set a date. I never booked my test, and I think that that's really what hindered me from being so motivated to really learn the material. So first, book your test. Once you sign up, and let's say we're just going to use NASM as the example because it's the certification that I hold. Let's say you're new, you enroll, you pick the course outline that you want to do, whether you want to do your self-study all the way to them giving you practice tests and really giving you like 100% pass rate guarantee. It's obviously a lot more expensive, but book the date. It could be a month from now, it could be 6 months from now, but book your date. After that, read the book, you guys. Now, this is an older copy. This is an older edition. I believe this is I think the fourth, this is the 4th edition. I think they're on their 5th or 6th. It's the same material. Now, when you go online, you don't even get a book. It's all online, it's all web-based, and you can just print it out if you want, but you need to read it, and just take it chapter by chapter. Now, what I did was make notes on Quizlet, and as I was reading the chapter, I made my note cards. Then I went through and I watched all the lecture videos, and I would make additional note cards with the lecture videos. And also, after I learned each chapter, I would study it, and then I would take their practice tests online just for that chapter, and you can take them as many times as you want. And any questions on topics that I missed or didn't understand, I added those to my study note cards as well. Use Quizlet or cram.com. There's tons of resources out there. Use one of those websites because you can make flashcards. It's an algorithm that helps you learn what the material, and it knows what you're slower at learning versus what you're better at learning, and so it'll show you the stuff that you're struggling with a lot more. You can test yourself there. You can find other people's note cards. I will make all of mine public, so if you guys want them, I'll put my username for Quizlet in the link below, and you guys can certainly use my study cards. Full disclosure, there might be a lot of grammatical errors, but you're welcome to them if you want them. The next thing I did after I went through every single chapter in the book and made my notes is I studied and studied and studied. And I think this is something that we kind of overlook, but you guys really have to know the material, and you have to know the why behind everything that they're telling you. Don't just learn definitions. If there's a muscle imbalance, you need to know why there's that muscle imbalance. You need to know what you need to do to strengthen any muscles that are underactive. Why they're underactive. You need to learn all the muscles that are overactive and why they're overactive, and what you need to do and how you need to stretch them out, and what are the best stretches for each specific level. So you really, really, really need to understand. Take your time, learn the anatomy that they want you to learn. Learn the assessments. My tip is just to study. Use resources that are available. Use NASM's website. They've got an app, a little pocket study guide you can take daily practice tests with, but you need to study. To the actual exam, I would say, here's the information, here are the tips that I have for you. Once you've booked your exam, you've studied your material, you feel like you're ready, this is what you really need to make sure that you know. I was surprised by how hypothetical a large percentage of the test was. Yes, there were the questions like blood flows from the lungs to the body via and you have to know that it's the left ventricle. Those questions were not the majority of the test. The majority of the test was hypothetical. You need to know all the phases of training. You need to know all the different fitness assessments, all the exercises that they talk about in which stage and why they're in that stage. You need to know all the over and underactive muscles for every single fitness assessment. You need to know rep range. You need to know sets for different special populations, like people with hypertension. You need to know if they're in the strength hypertrophy phase of the NASM OPT model. You need to know all of that and why. So if there's something that you're struggling with, or there's something you're not understanding, for me, it was the assessments a lot, the overactive versus underactive muscles, and just trying to memorize them. Google them, put it in the search term. You will find tons and tons of YouTube videos that go into great detail. And it's helpful for me, the way I learned, it was helpful to have that visual tool, and I could kind of be like, oh, okay. And then you can kind of do it, like if the shoulders elevate, what muscles might be underactive? And you can kind of start feeling it out. So guys, my biggest tip for you is just to dedicate some time. Don't make your whole life about studying. But what I did was I studied for an hour, usually an hour in the morning, because I wake up really early. I would study during Henry's nap, so 2 hours, usually hour and a half, 2 hours of study time in the afternoon, and then I would study for about an hour and a half in the evening, and that was it. And it took it for a month, and I took the test, and I passed. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to finally be certified and have that credibility, and it's just something that I've been working on for a long time. So if you guys have any questions, if you're interested and want to learn more about NASM and more about what they offer and what I did, let me know in the comments section below, and I will go into any detail. I'll answer any questions. If you guys have a lot of questions just about getting into personal training, what the cost structure looked like for me, really anything you want to know, let me know. And if I get enough questions in the comment section, I'll do like a Q&A video for you guys. So, and if not, I'll respond to all of your questions, don't you worry. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already, if you would consider subscribing to my channel, I would love to have you. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.